Alright, so today we're kicking off a brand new series on the channel. One that's a bit different, a bit real, and probably going to spark a few conversations. We're talking about Skint. It's a documentary from Channel 4 that followed people living life on the edge. And when I say on the edge, I mean surviving on benefits, pawning their stuff at cash converters, and just trying to get by however they could. Now this isn't me just pointing fingers and going, haha, look at the poor people. No, I actually grew up in areas like this, and I know lots of people who are living life on the edge like this. And at certain points in my life, I've visited the cash converters, you know, to get a bit of money on the side. This series is from a long time ago, but nowadays, people have to do this more and more. You know, the world has changed, especially England. I just wanted to talk about that a bit more. Like, I'm coming at it with a bit of heart, you know what I mean? Like, fair enough, we're gonna be looking at it and go, oh my God, look at the spectacle of it. Like, I don't really want to blame the people. I want to blame the system that made these people. I think it's just so easy to point fingers and be like, oh, they should like go get a job. It's not as easy as that, is it? So some of what you will see in this TV show is how it actually is. And some of it, you know, you can probably tell it's made up for the TV show. But why don't we just stop talking about this and let's just jump into it.
Once upon a time, there were more pawnbrokers than pubs on the streets of Birmingham. Tom Griffin is following a well-trodden path.
Going to the pawn shop to redeem some jewellery. We try not to lose it, but we've lost jewellery in the past.
Whose jewellery is it?
My girlfriend's.
So just sort of talk about this a little bit in layman's terms in case you've never been to a pawn shop. But basically what they'll do is they'll give you some money for whatever you're going to give them, like gold, games console or something like that. And then what they'll do is they'll give you a receipt to say, if you come back before this day, you can buy it back for however much more percentage more. So let's say you sold Xbox to them for 100 quid, then you would come back and they'd be like, oh, you gotta pay us 180 quid. You know what I mean? To like buy it back. Or maybe that's too high. I really don't know what the going rate is, but it's usually extortionate. You know what I mean? Like, so they can actually make some money back. Otherwise, they'll put it on their store shelves and sell it to somebody else. So that's what he means by like losing the gold, because he couldn't get back to the pawn shop to buy it back.
Tom is one of 7 million with no bank account and no access to credit. In this cash-only Britain, pawnbroking is once again on the rise, the fastest growing business in the world of finance. And all because so many people are skint.
So if you don't understand Skint, it is British nomenclature for basically having no money or close to no money. You live in life paycheck to paycheck. If you were to use it in a sentence, I can't go out this weekend, I'm skint.
3 months ago, Tom borrowed £50, but now he's paying 67 to recover the gold.
They gave him £50 3 months ago, and now he has to pay 67.20, I think it was, to like get it back. So that's an increase of £13.20.
He may not like cash converters, but 500,000 people use them every week. As well as traditional pawnbroking, they're world leaders in the new field of buyback, taking nearly anything as security and giving you only 28 days to buy it back at a much higher price. The biggest franchise is owned by John Walker.
I guess after this show, it's grown even bigger. So cash converters are like the biggest one right now. And they give you 28 days to bring the money back to them. And then obviously, if you don't pay that, smell you later, it's gone, innit?
We have about £48,000, as we term it, on the street in this area. What are you laughing at?
Quite a lot of this merchandise will probably be stolen. Just saying, usually it's stolen. I feel like they're better nowadays at this, but it was usually stolen. Yeah, so here is the devil incarnate himself. I'm joking, sorry. He's seen the gap in the market. He used to work in a corner shop before, and basically what would happen is they'd come in and they'd steal our cheese and our meat. There were more high-ticket items in like a corner shop, so basically what they would do from there is they would go take the meat, the bacon, or whatever it was, and they'd go knocking door to door in the area and sell it to them. He's obviously seen the market in that and being like, hey, we could be the people who these, you know, people sell stuff to. I'm not saying it's all stolen, but there'll be a majority.
I mean, the best I can do would be about 7 quid, but that's only because I think you're going to come back in for it.
Yeah, go on then.
How long's the money got to last you that you get from?
Till next week.
5, 7, yeah. And I'll see you in a few weeks.
Yeah.
But I couldn't tell because of how bad quality this video is. I feel like he's just sold that whole hi-fi system for 7 quid. That is pretty cheap, to be fair. But yeah, like you can see, you just need 7 quid. If you're American people, that's like $10, $11, $12. I don't know what the rate is right now. But obviously that's what he needed at the time, and that's going to get him through to next week, or what has to. That's what you got to do when you've got like no money left. Tomato ketchup, eggs, potatoes.
Sarah, hey love.
Fun and games with this.
Go toilet.
Classic British house. A classic estate British house. So I don't know, if you're not from England, what I'll describe there is that is classic British footy outside. When I'm saying footy, I mean soccer. I need to do my American voice. So what they're doing right now is they're playing soccer outside. Sorry, I'm being silly. But basically what happens is you get two trees, yeah? Perpendicular to each other, perpendicular, yeah? Across from each other, use it as a goal. If you don't have trees, you take off your sweatshirt that your mum made you put on. Put on your sweatshirt before you go out, and then you take off your sweatshirt and your friend does too. Whack it on the floor, use that as goalposts instead. Whack the goal in between. Great memories. You never wanted to be in goal though. You know what I mean? You always wanted to be the one kicking the ball, but I don't know. Good memories, man. Good memories.
In-store direct.
In-store direct, I've never heard of that one before. Maybe that one's gone now?
But I don't want to sell it to town, because if I sell it in town,
yeah,
then I've lost my guitar, then I'd rather put it in here on the board back.
You know that you're going to get
when
it
I
back.
get it back in a few weeks then, you know what I mean?
Okay, Vernon, that's no problem.
Okay, Mary.
Oh, it's a bit bash there, my mate.
Oh. Oh, thanks a lot, Mary, that's sound.
All right then, Vernon.
See you again, okay.
See you.
Okay, folks.
See you next week.
Okay, so this is Vernon. He's went and sold his guitar and he's got 30 quid for it. When I say quid, I mean pound. So he's got £30 for it, and now he's going to the big issue. So what big issue is like they sell magazines to these people who need a bit of money, and then they'll stand on the street corners and sell them to people for profit. So it's like a win-win. Like the business gets to sell some magazines because somebody's out there actively selling them, and then the people who need a bit of money are getting some money. It's not a bad thing, but when I've always been approached by this in the past, I'm sorry, but I don't think I've ever bought a big issue. I've never had that spare money to.
He's buying the latest edition. If he sells every one, he'll convert the £30 into 72.
Yeah, if he sells all of them, he'll change his 30 quid into 72 quid. That's a £42 profit. So obviously it's worth it to him, but to sell them all is so difficult. You've basically got to go up to everyone and pester them, and they've already got that mindset of like, I'm not gonna give you money, you're just some guy on the street. You have to be a good salesman because you're trying to like sell something that nobody wants.
Girls and boys, come out to play. Don't forget to grab the biggest shoe today.
I got my diesel wind up and she's rolling like never before.
But it's a shaky business. There's always the risk of being moved on.
You just got to keep it down or just move it further over there where you won't be affecting traders.
You know what? I know that there needs to be these busking laws because there would be like lots of people coming out and doing this and it would be havoc. But if there's a single guy here just doing his thing and it's kind of creating a nice atmosphere, they're there, they're providing some kind of service, like some kind of atmosphere. It's not like they're shaking you down for money. I don't know. I feel like it's wholesome at the end of the day. And yeah, it's a shame they have to get moved on, but the police just do what they're told to do. I feel a bit bad for Barry there. It was a Barry. I feel a bit bad for him there. Like he's just like playing his piano, doing his thing, trying to make a bit of money. Not really bothering anyone, is he? Look, he's Barry now, okay? I don't care if his name's not Barry, but let Barry do what Barry's gonna do.
You know, I think it's a really good magazine. You always get something interested in it. Like racialism in prison. What magazine do you get on the shelf that's going to tell you about racialism in prison? I mean, it is there, because I told you I've been to prison, right? And it is a lot of racialism. I've seen Rastas getting the dreadlocks ripped out and everything.
Whoa, he dropped a big bunch of information there, but yeah, damn, yeah. I don't know, you can't fault him on it. He's been to prison himself. He's seen somebody get their dreadlocks ripped out. But yeah, I guess that's something that people don't really talk about too. Like, people in prison are just meant to be animals, aren't they? That we just poke with a stick, being like, oh, they deserve nothing. Is it really a crazy take to say that maybe everyone in prison isn't actually bad people? But yeah, I think people as a society now are coming around to the fact of like, you know, people in prison are human. I'm not talking about, you know, the Drakes of this world. Just obviously he's not in prison, but I don't want to see the P word. But yeah, I'm just talking about the people who are just trying to earn money to get by. But there's a special place in hell for certain people. For people like this who are just trying to get by because of the system that they've been brought up in and all that they know. I feel like it's a bit harsh on them, innit? To just put them down as evil.
It was cheap for 29 pence, that's really cheap that is, for tomatoes. You'd pay about 80 pence for them in the supermarket, look. And somebody's actually grew them, you know. Probably, so they're probably organic, like, and the 29p are, well they are, they're nice and firm. They're not rotten or anything. I think I'll get him those because he likes a tree and he does like grapes, you know. I couldn't usually afford to buy them, they'd be about £2 or something. But like, my son does like grapes, and I can't usually afford to buy them, so I come here. And when I see the punnets like this, I pick him one. And he'll last him a couple of days, but I want him to get some fresh fruit because he's a fanatical footballer, he wants to be a footballer.
Like, people like this, they can't afford to like get the kids like anything flashy, but like to them, the grapes are like a flashy thing, and that's awesome. You're at this point, you're probably watching this being all like, oh yeah, he's getting his son grapes and he wants to be a footballer. Obviously, you'd get your son some football boots, wouldn't you? Can't afford that, can he? You kind of do make these like little scenarios in your head, like, oh, like if I get him these grapes, like I'm helping him like reach his dream. And I guess that's just the human cope. Even if you get your son those football boots, doesn't mean he's going to be a footballer, does it?
Does it get you down to it?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. It's quite an emotional business as well as you know, the rough and tumbles that we have in here, and the abuse, and it is quite emotional, like heart-wrenching.
It must be awkward for the workers here. They're just kind of getting paid minimum wage, and these people are on the edge. You know what I mean? They're just trying to sell whatever they can get their hands on and whatever they've had in their cupboard for years. And you got to tell that person you can't give them any money. That's your job. I know, not easy for them too. No, Bob. What am I doing? I feel bad. He's pawning in his piano. Give him like 200 quid. Let's go, £200.
That's fine.
That's fine. I don't want any more of that, Bob.
Is it 120, yeah?
Yes, please.
120? I wanted 200 quid, but 120 will take it. Bob's got his guitar now. Let's go. He's gonna get that money back. Let's get the piano back.
He's having to use his guitar.
He's having to use his guitar. He's fucking popping off on his guitar. He's good. He's doing well, mate. Fucking leave it out.
Oh dear. Certainly not good. 4 quid so far.
4 quid. He probably needs like 100 and something to buy the piano back, but 4 quid's 4 quid. 4 quid's 4 quid.
I mean, I told you I was the world's worst guitarist, and I'm sure you've heard that for yourself now, so you can see why.
He's not a bad guitarist, come on, but let's be... For this high street, Bob needs more respect on his name, you know what I mean? In these streets, Bob fucking rules with the guitar, don't worry. If he's still around today, still doing your thing, I hope you're in a better place. Not dead, but I hope he's got money, I hope he's good, I hope his family's good. Bob.
You know, I might have had to go in the supermarket and take a block of cheese or something to get the food for the day.
I told you about the cheese, didn't I? I told you about the cheese. They're gonna go in the shop, steal a block of cheese, sell it. Good money. Cheese and meat.
Oh, good night.
I'm going home too to spend my day. This brown girl wants to see a black girl in a bit of day. You're in a black shirt, yeah? See?
Be lucky, lady. Have a nice day.
I like when people just offer compliments like that to people. Like, you could see he couldn't really take the compliment. Lots of people are like that, especially British people. We struggle to take compliments, but secretly though, going home, that would have meant a lot to him. You always have that thought in your head like, oh, I look like a total idiot out there playing guitar all day. I got like 4 quid. You'll think about that comment and be like, I did something today. You know what I mean? I got the 4 quid and I made someone's day. Those British people, simple kind. You know what I mean? Beans on toast and all that, we're simple kind.
I
have one little gold bar, which is weighs 1 kilo, and it's 999.9 proof, and it has all the necessary stamps on from Switzerland.
Approximate value?
£6,800.
Somebody came in and sold a kilo of gold in his pawn shop. Shit, man. Fucking ballers in that area, no? Where'd they fucking get a kilo of gold? Gold's been going up. That'll be worth a lot more right now, but damn.
That we have loaned £5,000 on.
And what did you loan?
To be fair, 6,800 kilo of gold. They've got to like sell it on and whatever. Giving them 5k for it, not bad. That's better than fucking game shop prices. I've been to the game shops before with like a handful of fucking games like this. Some pretty recent ones got like 30 quid back for it, and they're probably worth like 500. So not terrible. If you need the money right there, right now, bam. You're still gonna find a buyer at the end of the day, but I feel like today's prices are a bit different.
£5,000 for?
A gentleman who comes in quite frequently, and we classify him as a professional gambler. But we know that he had a bet on the Beagle landing on Mars, and unfortunately that hasn't been proven. Everybody says it has, but it hasn't been seen, and therefore the bet he had has not been paid out.
What is it? Wait, what the fuck is this talking about? The Beagle landing on the moon? What? I need to watch that again. What? Oh, Beagle landing on Mars? I mean like Beagle the dog, or like the Mars rover, like a robot? God, I don't know. That must have been for the time, but I need to check out that Beagle thing. I need to... Okay, remind yourself when you're editing this, check out that Beagle thing. See if it did actually land on Mars. Going down the cash converters, trying to sell my stereo. I hope somebody buys it. Oh, sorry, they're talking.
At last, that's the support. That's the form that I've been...
Santa, get up. I know I can't talk, but Santa, get up. He got the piano. Get in, Bob. Bob got the piano back. Let's go. Bam, bam, bam. Whoa! We got the action. Two of the characters came together in the same scene. Let's go. Feel like Marvel Avengers. So I'm Cal. Please like and subscribe for more videos like this. And take this into your day. Be nice to somebody today, you know what I mean? Like, and just showing a little bit of kindness can bring kindness your way. And that's good for society. So anyway, thanks for watching again today. See you in the next video. Bye.
I know you got this to do. Seriously, what are we gonna do? Cause baby, I'm fucked up too. Throw it away, yeah. Throw it away. Throw away the baggage that you carry, go. Nothing matters when you're the center of this world, yeah, yeah. Listen up, yeah.